Hello playgroup, nice to see you. I'm Miss Raffi and today Miss Raffi will read you a story. So, are you ready to listen? Great. Today's story called The Shell-Shocked Turtle, modified from the story by Artie Knopp. Not so far from here, where you and I live, there was a baby turtle named Oscar. Oscar had recently experienced his first thunderstorm. In that thunderstorm, a lightning struck and bounced off his hard shell. Oh no! But don't worry, he was fine. But he is so scared. Ever since then, Oscar was afraid of everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Chirping crickets, little field mice, the moonlight. Even the slightest bit of wind rattled Oscar's shell. Come on, Oscar, you've got to come out so we can get a move on. Sandy, his sister, speaks to him. Of all the eggs that Mama laid, we're still the only two who haven't reached water yet. Even though Oscar knew his sister was right, he was still too scared to come out of his shell. The lightning bolts and thunder from the storm still haunted him. I'm sorry, but I just can't do it, said Oscar. Come on, Oscar, you can too. This is just something you have to face. There's going to be tougher things in life to deal with than just a little storm. Just a little storm? You call that a little storm? The lightning bounced off my shell, for crying out loud. Well, I must admit it was amazing to see. But it did bounce off of you, Oscar. Why are you so afraid now? What if there's going to be another one? Said Oscar. Maybe next time the lightning bolt doesn't bounce off me. Then I'm a goner. Look, Oscar, if we don't find the sea soon, we're both going to be goners. And besides, the chances of you getting struck by lightning again are probably 1 in a million. Yeah, which means it could happen, said Oscar. You're going to have to trust me, Oscar. Since you were the last egg to hatch, I have to look after you. That's the rule. You're, after all, my baby brother. You hatched 40 seconds before I did. What makes you so grown up? I'm not all grown up, but like it or not, I am still your older sister. And unlike you, I'm not afraid of everything under the sun. Sandy laughed and laughed and laughed some more. She laughed so hard her shell nearly fell off. But even Sandy's laughter wasn't enough to get Oscar out of his shell. Nice try, but I'm still not risking it, said Oscar. As Oscar made his stance clear to Sandy, a little turtle named Roxy walked up to ask for directions. I hope I'm not disturbing you, but could you please tell me where to find Southern Sea? Oscar had experienced lightning firsthand, but he had never felt electricity like this before. To Oscar, Roxy was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. Without hesitation, Oscar popped out of his shell to offer Roxy assistance, but then felt too shy to say anything to her. Sandy pointed to where she believed the Southern Sea to be, and asked Roxy if she wanted help finding it. Roxy appreciated Sandy's offer, but said she was battling a cold and didn't want to get them sick too. It shouldn't be too hard to find. Thanks for your help, and I hope we'll meet again someday. As Rosie walked away, Oscar felt empty. Even though Oscar hadn't said a single word to Roxy, he knew he had to see her again. And that thought alone turned Oscar's emptiness into joy. You see, Sandy, I'm not afraid. I'm out of my shell and nothing will ever scare me again, said Oscar gleefully. But before Oscar could utter another word, he jumped right into Sandy's arms. He had heard a loud thump. What is it now, Oscar? Oh, I just heard the most awful sound in the world. The sound of thunder. Another storm must be on the way. A couple of giggles followed by a loud laugh could be heard close by. Turned out, it wasn't thunder that had frightened Oscar. A little squirrel pounding rocks against a tree was what had scared him. Kid, are you sure you're a turtle and not a chicken? Asked the squirrel. Don't tease my little brother. There's nothing wrong with being afraid. What? I heard you laughing at him earlier too. Yeah, but I only tried to get him out of his shell. I didn't try to scare him. Well, I'm not afraid of storms, and all I have is a bushy little tail. Why, if I had a shell like his, I wouldn't be afraid of anything. But I saw you running away from a stray cat yesterday. Yeah? So what? You were scared to death of that cat, but that cat didn't scare me. What are you saying? Well, everybody gets scared sometimes. Why is my brother being afraid of thunderstorms any different from you being afraid of a cat? The squirrel knew that Sandy had made a good point, so he just shook his head and darted out of sight. Wow, thank you, said Oscar. You really are a great older sister. As I said before, that's my job. You know, sis, I've learned something today. I may not like thunderstorms, but being afraid of them isn't something to be ashamed of. That's right, little brother, and it takes courage to know that. As Oscar and Sandy journeyed to find the Southern Sea, Oscar felt proud about having gained the courage to finally leave his shell. Throughout his life, Oscar would encounter many thunderstorms to be sure, but none were as scary as the first one. That's because Oscar never looked at them the same way again. The end. So, that's story for today, playgroup. Thank you for listening and see you again next time. Bye-bye.